Hello, friends. Welcome to Storytime. I'm romance author Kat Banks, and today I will be reading one of my short stories. Authentic Love is a story about online romance. I will give my public service announcement here to always be very, very, very careful about who you're speaking to online. Don't give out personal information and never send money. So here we go on with the story. I saw the message request notification on my social media profile. I opened it up to find a handsome man who called himself John Wilson had written to me. "Hello, Gracie," it started. "I was looking up a friend when I came across your profile. Your eyes captured my attention. I had to say hello." I rolled my eyes and let out a sigh. Great, another catfish, I said aloud to no one in particular. I was alone, after all. The story was always the same. They were looking for something when they came across my profile. I am gorgeous. They couldn't look away. They had some tragedy happen where they're all alone in the world looking for love. Except, of course, they're on some top secret mission for the military with some crazy high rank. They need money right away, or their unit will leave them behind. I've never met a 38-year-old general with scraggly facial hair and an obnoxiously thick gold chain, I had said to the last one before blocking the profile. Catfish. Someone who pretends to be someone else to pull a scam on an innocent victim. The fakes are bad enough, but stolen valor irritates my soul with vigor. I knew I should ignore the message, but something told me to respond. I knew the picture was fake for how attractive he was with those bright blue eyes and strong jawline. There were no fatigues with the name he gave plastered across it, but sometimes the military part comes later. "Okay, John Wilson, we can chat, but you must answer me one question," I wrote. "Anything, dollface," he replied. This is also how I knew he was fake, the overextensive flattery. People tell me I'm pretty, but I don't see it. My long chin, blonde hair, brown eyes, and slightly crooked nose did not belong on a doll. Well, maybe a haunted one. Anyway, John Wilson agreed to a question, so a question he shall get. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I wrote. I'm a bit of a smartass, but I always said it was better than being a dumbass. The indicator appeared that John was responding. Then it stopped. Then it started again. Then it stopped for a long time. Ha! I got him, I said aloud. I really needed to stop talking to myself. I went and made a cup of coffee, and when I returned, there it was. He would chuck, he would, as much as he could, and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would, if a woodchuck could chuck wood. I stared at the screen flabbergasted. He responded correctly. No one ever knows the second half of that. "Okay, John Wilson, you have my attention," I replied. The saga continued. He told me he was in the army. Shocking. He had no family. He never married or had children. He enlisted right out of high school and made a career out of it. I listened to him. I read every word he wrote, but I didn't believe any of it. He was still kind of fun to talk to, though. He made me laugh a lot. We didn't chat much, as they're busy overseas, of course. Enter eye roll here. But I enjoyed my sporadic catfish messages over the next few months. We talked about everything and anything. I was careful only to allow minimal information, just what he could see as my friend on my profile. I thought about the profile showing where I worked, but thought, he works. He wants money, not me. The more we were able to talk, the more I started wishing these messages were from the real John Wilson. Every time my feelings were stronger, I would pick a fight about him being a catfish. "For God's sake, Gracie, you still don't believe me?" "Well," I responded, "I gave you tasks to do in pics and you can't. You won't video chat with me, so I have yet to see proof." "Gracie, these guys already tease me mercilessly about you. The last thing I need is some jerk making obscene gestures in the background. as I tried a video chat. That's a flimsy excuse, I replied. I didn't hear from John for a long while after that. I was starting to think I had successfully broken his scam. Then it came. Gracie, I will be returning stateside next week. I'd like it if we could be friends. Oh boy, I thought. Any second now he will need money to get home. Gracie, please, the Army is bringing me back. What I want is to continue to build what we've started here. You're special to me. The week went by and no requests for money. I had broken the scam. The fake soldier had given up. In a way, I was sad, but still admitted my victory that I didn't give in. I went through my daily duties at the magazine where I worked. I wrote articles, played with products, banged my head on the desk a lot. Yesterday was the day John was traveling. I used air quotes to refer to him now. My work bestie Rebecca plopped in a chair opposite my desk and pulled out her lunch. I had told her everything in the last few days. I'd noticed, she said. You were on cloud 9 and now, not so much. It was then I realized how much I was going to miss what had happened. I gotta get back before my department kills each other. Rebecca headed back towards the lobby to get to marketing. Advertising geniuses could be challenges at times. I shook my head as I edited my current article. I saw a slow trickle of women head toward the lobby. Some giggled when they walked past my door. Strange, I thought as I shook my head. Just then, Rebecca's voice came over the intercom. Gracie Johnson, you have a visitor in the main lobby? Odd. I wasn't expecting any appointments today. I got up and smoothed out my skirt as I headed to the lobby. Something had gathered the marketing department there. I could see through the small door window. What on earth, I wondered? I pushed open the door as a couple of the girls let out soft squeals. I stopped dead in my tracks. His bright blue eyes looked right into me as he cracked that perfect smile. The big bouquet of flowers almost blocked the name tape on his fatigues that said Wilson. What? How? I stuttered. My knees buckled and the squealer stood on either side, holding me up. Hiya, dollface. Maybe you believe me now? I ran with everything I had across the lobby and wrapped my arms around him as tight as I could. I couldn't believe it. My boss appeared then and told me my day was done and I should enjoy my weekend. I looked over at Rebecca's smiling face and she winked at me. John took my hand and led me out the door. I guess sometimes things that seem too good to be true actually are authentic. Thanks for listening. I hope if you enjoyed my story, you'll subscribe to hear future updates and more stories. And please go ahead and like the video. Thank you.